Okay, so here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. There's not going to be a live stream tonight. Tonight, I have been left in charge of the household, and Mrs. Carnal is off with friends, having a wonderful ladies' night out, and so it's just me with the children until tomorrow afternoon. So there will be no live stream this weekend, as we will be doing family endeavors. Now, the reason for this video is not just for that little update. The reason is because in the last couple videos, I gave a, um, I made a claim, and I sort of stand by it, but I want to clarify the issue. And what I said was that we are in a post-trust society as opposed to a post-truth society. And I also said that, by and large, we can't trust anything that comes out of academia because it all appears to have an ideological slant. That does not mean, however, that the use of data and scientific research is invalid. The scientific method is real and it works. I just want to get that clarified and out up in the air. I'm not a simpleton. I'm not that much of a primitivist that I would tell you to avoid technology, science, and advancement in favor of, I don't know. However, what I do need to clarify, and what I think we should all be aware of, is the proper role and place that science has in our lives and in our minds, and how it should affect how we interact with it and reality. Hence the title of this video, Science and Reality. I'm going to say something that might rub some of you the wrong way, and that is that science does not define reality. I know that might jar you a little bit because you've been indoctrinated otherwise, but let me say it again. Science does not define reality. The role of science, rather, is to describe the reality you are observing. For example, and this is a very, very, very basic application. Science cannot tell you the color of the sky that you see. If you look up to the sky and you see that it is in fact blue, you can use science to explain or explore why the sky is blue. Science, however, does not have the power or the ability to tell you that the blue sky you see in front of you is in fact red. It doesn't have that power. It doesn't have that kind of ethos. It doesn't have that kind of ability. Science does not determine reality in any way, shape, or form. The purpose of science is to simply explain the reality that you are observing. The problem that we are having, or that we have encountered, is that society has put science on such a pedestal that we have allowed it to circumvent our own natural senses. We have somehow gotten to the point where we have allowed scientists to tell us what reality is. And ladies and gentlemen, if you encounter science that goes against what you see, chances are it's not good science. Because science doesn't have the power to tell you what reality is. It only has the power to show you, to explain what you are observing from reality. It can't negate what you see. It can't negate what you experience. And that's the problem that we're having today. People seem to be under the impression that it can. It can't. And you should be reasonable and logical and scientific about when supposed science doesn't line up with the reality that you're observing. And that goes along with a lot of issues that we're confronted with today. So, I just wanted to make sure that that was clarified. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't leading anyone down any dark and radical paths about eschewing all scientific research or all data because it's all unclean and has an agenda. There is some level of discernment there, and I presume most of you have that skill set. But still, these things do still need to be said. I hope this finds you well, and hope you all have a good evening. Stay carnal and God bless. Good night.